How's it going, everyone? Got quite a bit to talk about in this video. Looks like Sony's Spartacus subscription service should be coming up with a reveal very soon. We'll talk about that. A new report coming from Bloomberg. Rumor PlayStation 5 Pro console could be coming next year. This is a wild rumor, and I really hope this isn't the case, but we'll talk about that. We have an update on Gran Turismo 7 with the controversy running around with that game. But first up, Daniel Ahmad tweeted out, Bloomberg is reporting that Sony will reveal its new Spartacus subscription service next week. Sony's new service will combine two of its current offerings, PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. The story is on Terminal at the moment, so you can check it out over there. Now, Spartacus, we were expecting a reveal here in March, so March will be ending next week, so that makes a lot of sense. April kicks off next Friday, and hopefully the April 1st jokes and the headlines, people don't get too wild with those. I hate that every year, but nevertheless, you won't be seeing that here. Yeah, so Spartacus is something that I think we have to temper our expectations with. I think it's, you know, and I was kind of guilty of it. Just naturally speaking, when you're talking about PlayStation starting a subscription service, it's going to inherently be compared to Xbox Game Pass. That's just obvious. It's the direct competitor. Game Pass has been getting a lot of attention, but I just don't see Sony going down that route of, you know, offering first-party titles on Spartacus. Maybe demos, maybe lengthier trials and things like that. Maybe 6 months after release, the game will be added to the service, because at the end of the day, the majority of the value in terms of sales do come from a game's, you know, initial first couple of months in the majority of cases, but there's still potential for Spartacus to be a quality service. I mean, PlayStation Now gets crapped on because it's often compared to Xbox Game Pass, but if Xbox Game Pass didn't exist and you just assess PlayStation Now for what it is, it's a fine subscription service for what it offers. Like, it's an okay value. It's just that Game Pass is a ridiculously good value, and I just don't foresee, you know, Sony being able to get those deals for some major releases, being on PlayStation Now day one. They got Shadow Warrior 3, kudos to them. Shadow Warrior 3 had kind of a mixed reception, so that probably wasn't as advantageous as, you know, people probably hoped for, but it was noted Sony's new service will combine PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. Whether or not it extends beyond that, offering legacy games, classic titles, there's those PS2 and PS4 games that you could throw in. There's a lot of options that you could do as far as adding quality to the service. It's just that PlayStation Now had a lot of those games, and yo, if they can figure out backwards compatibility to PlayStation 3, have that on PlayStation 5, have those games be downloadable and playable, that would change the game entirely. If you could get me to play, you know, Infamous 1 and 2, Ratchet & Clank Future, those games, Sly Collection, those games being available through this subscription service, and not just streamable, that would be a huge offering that I think would actually push people to sign up. But at this stage of the game, based on my comments section, a lot of people are like, bro, we don't even want subscription services. We'd rather buy our games and own our games. I don't know, bro. Like, I think for the majority of people, if they could get the first-party titles at a $10 a month subscription service, like, if it was equivalent to Game Pass, I think people would do that. But Game Pass's area where it's lacking is, you know, people have their opinions on Microsoft's first-party offerings. I thought the latter portion of last year, Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5, I'm sorry, you can have your opinion on Microsoft however you want, but that was an incredible one-two punch offering in the latter portion of the year. So we'll see how it ultimately turns out as far as an official reveal. I think it's inherently going to have a little bit of buzz, but I also think there's going to be that direct comparison to Game Pass, just because, you know, there is that tribalism in gaming, and when Sony is going to be dropping a subscription service, the direct competitor is Game Pass, and the direct comparison point is going to be Game Pass, so I think Sony's well aware of that, but you can make Spartacus its own thing, make it a valuable subscription service, and then block out the noise of the comparisons if it's not up to Game Pass's standards, which I just can't see that being the case. Remember, Game Pass also includes EA Play. Like, that's a lot of value for your dollar, and I just don't think it's realistic for Sony, that doesn't have the amount of capital that Microsoft has, to offer a subscription service at that level. I may be wrong, but we'll see how things turn out. Hopefully we do officially see that reveal next week. It was also noted that with this Game Pass competitor, Spartacus, it will debut with a splashy lineup of hit games, so interpret that how you want to. I would say that's a pretty positive sign. Combines PS Now and PS Plus with multiple tiers, and most expensive tier gives access to demos and ability to stream games. That's the PlayStation Now portion of the subscription, so we'll see how how it turns out. You know, the idea of it having a splashy lineup of hit titles, I imagine there's a lot of first-party games there, but you know, there were some games that released last year that maybe went a little bit under the radar. You have games like, you could throw in like a Tales of Arise, Scarlet Nexus from a Bandai Namco side of things, that if you can work out a deal, I mean, Scarlet Nexus is on Game Pass still, I believe. Yeah, they have a good relationship with Square Enix. If you can like work out a deal to add Nier Replicant, that'd be a really nice addition. Nier Automata as well. So there's a lot of options just brainstorming here on games that I think could entice people to sign up that aren't necessarily day one, you know, Horizon being on there. Like, I don't think Horizon's gonna be on there. That'd be wild if it was. I don't think GT7's gonna be on there, but we'll see. You know, the idea of it having a splashy lineup of games, I think it's gonna be, you know, games that came out somewhat recently and are marquee games that maybe go for a little bit of money still. Alright. This rumor, I just don't even know about. There are reports coming out that PlayStation 5 may be getting a Pro variant of the console. The report originates from the YouTube channel Red Gaming Tech. According to Red Gaming Tech, Sony is currently developing a PlayStation 5 Pro console with a tentative release window of late 2023 or early 2024. Another source told them that 2024 was the correct time frame for the PS5 Pro's release. Alright, 2024, I guess, would be something different, but bro, I don't even want to talk about PlayStation 5s or PlayStation 5 Pros until people readily have access to PlayStation 5s. Like, PlayStation 5s are still going for an absurd price over on eBay secondhand markets, and let's get to a point where they're readily available in stores before we even start discussing PS5 Pros. Now, late 2023, 2024, that is a long ways away, and I'm sure there are some ideas in their infancy that, you know, Sony's thinking about, maybe even past their infancy, and maybe they're actually developing something that, you know, is going to be pretty major. The PS5 Pro standard performance should improve around 2x over the PS5, while ray tracing performance could improve by 2x. The chip is said to be built on the company's 5nm process, so we'll see how this turns out. Honestly, I don't like the idea of a PS5 Pro, but if we're talking late 2023, early 24, that's a long ways away, so things can change greatly by then. But yeah, also pricing would be something to consider. Like, would it be a $500 box, or are you going up to $600 or $700 box? When the PS5 initially dropped, like, my ideal scenario would have been have a $400 box, the cheap box, $500 the standard, and then do a souped up model, but right out of the gate. I don't like the mid-generation upgrade. I get that it's probably more effective for them and their bottom line, but yeah, that's how I would have rolled it out. I know there was a pandemic going on, so those things, that obviously affected the situation as well. Alright, moving on from that, lastly, Gran Turismo 7 being in the news cycle for the last couple of weeks with its microtransactions, its rewards, everything like that. Kazunori Yamauchi stated the following in the PlayStation blog after the game got absolutely eviscerated on Metacritic on social media. He noted, quote, "Thank you for your continued support and feedback on Gran Turismo 7. Your voices have not gone unheard. I would like to apologize for the frustration and confusion caused last week with our patch updates, which resulted in not only a server outage, but also adjustments to the in-game economy, which were made without a clear explanation to our community. To make up for the problems, Gran Turismo 7 will receive an update in April that will bring multiple positive changes. Players will also receive compensation to those that have been affected." So we'll see how ultimately that update rolls out in the month of April. The blog post noted increased rewards in the events in the latter half of the world circuits by approximately 100% on average, addition of high rewards for clearing the circuit experience in all gold and all bronze results, increase of results in online races, include a total of 8 new 1-hour endurance race events to missions, increase the upper limit of non-paid credits in player wallets, and increase the quantity of used Legends cards offered at any time. So we'll see how that turns out, and hopefully it is implemented properly and GT7 can be what it should be, a high-quality racing sim, which I believe at its core it is. It's just that there's a lot of other issues that are holding it back right now, so let's hope that does remedy the situation. That's going to do it for me. Let me know your overall thoughts on Spartacus. I know a ton of people have disagreed with me on this, and in the comment section, sometimes I'm like, bro, you got to stop caring about a subscription service too much. Just go buy the damn game for $70, but they're going to do a subscription service, man. Game Pass is going to be the comparison point, so we'll see how that turns out. Again, PS5 Pro, take it with a grain of salt for now. I really hope, you know, this isn't something people are talking about too crazy. Late 2023, 2024 is a long time away, so we'll see. GT7 going to be getting increased payouts and rewards. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.